How are you doing? It's good to have you at this moment. How was your night? I hope you had a nice time, a night's sleep, a night rest. If you do, then I say, to God be the glory. Once again, I welcome you to my live stream. You are welcome to my broadcast. This is Okonji Christopher Television broadcasting from YouTube studios. And I'm broadcasting all the way from Nigeria. So I welcome you again, and I'm highly elated to be with you at this hour and at this moment. So once again, I welcome you. Please, as you come, make sure you seated. I don't want you to pop in and pop out. Don't be the first person to, hang on to this channel and go out. Because I promise you, you're going to be having a swell time. You're going to be having value for your time. You're going to be spending with me at this hour and at this moment and at this second and at this hour. Every moment you are going to be spending, you will get value for everything that you invest. Remember, nobody wants to invest their time for nothing that will not bring results. Everything about life is all about being result oriented. People want results. And that's the whole reason why God created man. I deal with so many topics. I talk about topics, that will ginger you, that will stir up your spirit. I was talking, there was a time I was dealing about work. I was talking about work. God has not designed work, work, as a form of punishment, as some people might look at it. No, God is not the author of confusion. God does not originate, confusion on the earth. The devil, is the author of all confusion. God is a God of plan, purpose, and objectivity. When God has designed anything, there is a purpose for it. There's a purpose for anything that happens under the sun. So God does not do anything if he has not seen the end of it, how it's going to be. And unlike God, God will not give you a tax that he himself has not done. So you see, work, work, is a tax that God gives you. Why will God give you a tax? Because you are wired. Everyone has a brain. Everyone has an intellect. And you are wired to express yourself. The earth is a ground given to everyone to express themselves. So when you come to the earth, God specifically designed you to go and explore your world. That's the reason why you were created on this earth. So if you look at it very well, work, like someone said, work gives you pleasure. Yeah, you see a man that is having job satisfaction, thank you for joining me. I appreciate your coming in at this moment and this hour. Please don't go, because more people are here before you go, before you came in, and they are still going to come in. I pray the network will favor us. So if you are there, please just give me a thumb up. Let me know you are there. And I promise you, you're going to have value for the time you're going to be spending here. And one good thing you're going to do for me, I'm going to be happy, is that please tell me what part of the world you are coming from. And then as you come in, I'm telling you, we're going to have a swell time today. When I mean a swell time, we're going to have, a good time together. We're going to have a koinonia and a fellowship. So I'm just here to just pour my heart. I look for someone that I can just talk. It's all about chatting. Live stream is a time of, having a chat with someone. So I'm out here to chat with you. Don't run away. Can we just talk? I just want to get to know you. That's the whole essence why I'm here. Everything is all about knowing you, and I can't know you in just 1 second, in just one scene. But if we keep talking, we'll be rubbing minds together. We know ourselves better. So that is why I'm here at this time, to rub minds with you. And when we rub minds, they say iron sharpeneth iron. Peradventure, we have the same mindset. Then we'll begin to plan from there. Before you know it, we'll begin to structure on how to have a community. So, so the whole essence of live streaming right now is to me getting a community of people like you. Getting someone like you, it's a great privilege. I want to get people that we can work together. There's work. I told you, God designed work as a form of bringing out the productivity in you. But you see, God did not design one man to work alone. If you are a CEO of a company, you need employees to do the work. You have work on ground, you need people. So I need people like you that will come. Let's kick this thing. Let's give this thing a face. Once anything has a face, it's a matter of time. It will take a body. So when we begin to work together and begin to put structures in place, I'm telling you, we are doing great and mighty things. So once again, I welcome you. I am from Nigeria. I am a country Crucible Television. I don't know what part of the world you are connecting from, but first of all, I want to say thank you. It takes great courage for you to pop in, but it doesn't take courage for you to pop out. You are trying to see how many people are there. No, no, no. Come in and stay. One plus one is two in the calculation of God. You understand what I'm not sorry, in the calculation of man. But one plus one is, in God's calculation, is a multitude of people. You know, Adam, when God looked at Adam, creating Adam, God had a multitude of people in mind. That is you and I. You and I are community in Adam. We are a community in Adam. So I treat topics like that, to give us a space in what we are going to be doing in this place. There's so much we are doing. I'm telling you, so much we are doing here. So at this time that we are connecting. So wherever part of the world you are connecting from, I want to say you are welcome. I'm highly elated here. Waiting for you, excited. Every part of me is yearning to get to have a discourse with you. I don't know how was the night. You had a good time. Yeah, today is Saturday, and it happens to be the 21st day of June 2025. Well, June is already going already. I was just imagining when we start the month of June. We just started the month of June. It's supposed to be a season of raining season. But this month it has not rained the way it used to rain. So there was a break, there was a detour of the rains. It was not raining the way it used. But yesterday night, this morning, the early hours of this morning, it rained, and we had some sleep. We slept over and woke up late in the morning because the weather was was conducive. I don't know what the weather is in your own part of the world, but it rained here, and we had some good time. So if you are out there, I am here. I am here with you, and together we make a body. The other time I treated a topic. I was just pouring my heart. Today I want to chat. I just want to have a chat with someone. And I always pick topical issues. I pick controversial issues, and I talk about it. You see, from the part of the world that I come from, Africa, so much has happened. So much has gone under the bridge. And the situation in Africa right now, as an African, is not a pleasant thing. About 800 and, 1817 colonization of Africa and 400 years of slavery of Africans is a whole lot of things to talk, a whole lot of load on Africa to talk about. So if you're an African like me, like I hear a white boy, a South African saying, you say Africanness is not just Africanness is not in your color, but it's in the mindset. Africanness is not in your color. If you are joining me, please can you give me a thumb up? Let me know you are there. Just tell me what part of the world you are connecting from. You are going yeah, like I was saying, the network was just fluctuating, but I know it's on our side. I was talking about, I was just ruminating about how Africa got into where it is today. Africa as a continent, that is loaded with about a tithe of the world's population. Africa is made up of about 3 billion people on the surface of the earth. Nigeria is the major population of black people all over the world, with so blessed with natural and human resources, and we find ourselves in this economic meltdown that has taken a toll all over the whole continent of Africa. We've taken a toll all over the whole continent of Africa. We have suffered, and when I looked at it, I began to look at it the other way around. I began to look at the 400 years of slavery that has befallen Nigeria, that has kept us where we are, and the 1817 colonization of Africa has done so much damage to the African continent. If you are with me on Monday, you will see me pouring my heart, telling you that Africa is not supposed to be. In this level that we find ourselves, there's a season and a timing that we need to move. We shifted. 400 years of colonization. That's bring us back right now to the topic I'm having for today. Today I'm going to be talking taking us back to history. I'm taking us back to history where it all began. I'm taking you back to history. History actually is about to repeat itself again. History is about to repeat itself again. You will ask me, what do I mean? What am I talking about? History about to repeat itself again. Let's discuss the history that we're talking about that is about to repeat itself. Civilization actually started in Egypt. Yes, but we all know the story how the Israelites, there was famine in the land, and Joseph, one of the sons of Jacob, went to Egypt, and he found favor with God and with man. He became the second man in command. He became the second man in command, and it was an institution, or was instrumental to the Israelites migrating from their place, from Canaan, where there was hunger. There was hunger in the land of Canaan, and they have to go and find food in Egypt, where their brother Joseph has become the second in command, the governor. He was next to the Pharaoh at that time. You know what I mean? So they have to go there. The whole family have to migrate, and we're told that they were kept in the choice place of Egypt. They were in Goshen. Goshen is like the GRA of Egypt. They had all they wanted. During when God was dealing with Egypt, they said there was light in Goshen, there was darkness in Egypt. So they found, they found favor in the sight of the Pharaoh because of Joseph. But there come a time when knew Joseph came in. The Pharaoh that knew no Joseph came in to overtake from the former Pharaoh that knew Joseph. So another Pharaoh came in. That Pharaoh that knew Joseph died, and Joseph himself has died. So you see another generation spring up. I'm just telling a story. So when that Pharaoh came in, he saw the way these people were growing, and he felt there was this fear in his heart. His people told him, which is the right thing to do. So if we allow these people to keep growing like this, there will come a time they will overtake us. They will overtake our land. That was the mindset of that Pharaoh, and he was actually right. That was what actually. So they decided to enslave them, and we're told that they were in slavery for 430 years. Have you ever asked that question? For 430 years, the people were in slavery, and God just said, "Their cry has just come to me." You understand what I mean? And that was what led to Moses coming to the scene. So Moses was raised particularly. Moses was raised particularly for releasing the Israelites from the land of bondage. We all know the story very well. So when Moses was raised, he came to the land of Egypt, and God used him as an instrument to free the people from the land of Egypt. I'm telling you history right now, history. The people were in the land of Egypt for 400 years as slaves. So you can understand what that means. For 400 years, people were in slavery. They didn't know their left from their right. You see, let's just look a little bit about what happened in Egypt. They were enslaved. You know what slavery is? They were dehumanized. If you read your Bible very well, you understand what happened. They said there was a time when Moses came in to free the people, and Moses demanded from Pharaoh that he should let the people go. So to Pharaoh, it's like a joke. How can you tell the people that have been slaves to us, let the people go that they might go and serve their God? And Pharaoh made a statement. He said, what kind of a God that his people are a slave? So you see, that is an aberration. So Egypt, Pharaoh did not take it light. But God keep demanding until God, performed so many miracles. We were told that there were so many miracles, about 10 miracles, that took place in Egypt, until the final one, I think it's about the killing of the firstborn of every Egyptian, every male child of every single living thing in Egypt. Their children began to die until Pharaoh said, okay, I will let the people go. He released the people. I'm just telling a story right now. But I wanted to see at that point where Moses demanded that the people should be led to go and serve their God. Pharaoh took it as a, as something that was not uncomely. And what happened? He asked the tax master to make the tax of the Israelites more harder. He said he should put more harder tax on them. They should not give them bricks. They should go and look for bricks for themselves to build. Can you imagine? When you read the Bible, thinking pictures. So they make their tax more harder because they demanded. How can slaves demand that they want to go and serve a God? Which kind of God are they going to serve? That was the mindset of Pharaoh at that time. And the people were dehumanized. We were told that they were not allowed to go anywhere. They work morning, day and night. They work day and night, day and night. They were working shift, working their ass off. That is slavery. I'm talking about that is mental slavery, mental and human slavery. So they were dehumanized. We were told that they were not allowed to go on any break when they want to. Excuse themselves, like they want to poo poo. Let me use the word. They want to wee wee. They do it there. So that is the way they were dehumanized. They do everything there and they mix bricks. They say they mix burnt bricks and they do everything by themselves. So the tax was harder. So I'm telling you what the life of slaves really are. So I'm just looking at it. That is what Africa is suffering at this time that we find. Africa has suffered 400 years of slavery, but the Israel suffered 430 years in slavery until they emerged. Please, if you are joining me, please can you give me a thumb up? Can you look at your phone at the right hand side? You see three buttons. Just press it. When you press it, you see something will open up. Just help me like. You press the like button. Like the life, and also comment. Don't just comment. Please make sure you subscribe. And as you subscribe, make sure you press the notification button. When you press the notification button, it automatically shows that anytime I release a video, you will see it. You see, I do fantastic shorts here and videos. When you look at my shorts, they come in nuggets. My shorts are meant to encourage you. I've come across people that want to commit suicide, and I will tell them, please, suicide is not an option in anything you go through in life. You are not designed to take your life. I don't care whatever situation you are going through in life, just like we have gone through in Africa. In Africa, the situation in Africa has hardened our skin, and we are, we can live. We can live in any situation. We can bear any situation. And you see, I repeat. I'm telling you that history is repeating itself again. So that's why you see the Egyptians. The Israelites. They are strong, toughened people because of what they have gone through. God has taken them through a lot of rigorous pains. Suffice me to say, civilization started in Africa, precisely in Egypt. Egypt was the place where civilization started. It started in Africa. Civilization of the world started in Africa. So Africa is a great continent of more than 3 billion people of population. You understand what I mean? The whole world, Europe and America, the whole world come here to take our material. We are rich in both human and natural resources. There's no doubt about it. We are rich. We are rich. We have all it takes. Africa is blessed. So there's a saying that goes that if you want to hide anything from an African, it's a cliche, but I debunk it today. I said it all the time. They said, if you want to hide anything from an African, write it down that we Africans don't read. I want to tell you that we read. The best brains that we have in the world today as surgeons, as doctors, as musicians, name it, mathematicians, they are coming from Africa, precisely Nigeria. So we have brains. We have brains. All that is bothering us is we getting our freedom to express ourselves. So you see, I say history is repeating itself again. I'm taking you back to Egypt, referring it to what's happening to Africa right now. I'm talking as a Pan-Africanist. What's a Pan-Africanist? Someone that has concern for his people. Pan-Africanist is not in the color of your skin, but it's in your mindset. Any man that wants, that is truth in his heart, that wants truth and justice, is an African. It's a Pan-African. It's a Pan-African. You want the best for your people. So Pan-Africanism is not the color. It's not black, dark skin. It's not yellow skin. It's not red skin. It's in a mentality. You want a change. It's a time for Africa to be repatriated again to its original state. So what am I trying to say? So the people were in slavery for 400 years. The Israelites, 400 good years. They were in in suffering, the pain. I just gave you a picture of how they suffered in Egypt. After 430 years, God said their cry has just come to me. I want to bring out something here. The Bible is painted in pictures. If you don't read it very well with an understanding, you know what that means. You ask in your mind, why will God say? Okay, when God talks about cry, God is not moved by our physical cry. I mean the tears that come out of your eyes. You know what? God is not moved by your physical tears, because God is not flesh and blood. God does not have flesh. No, does he have blood? He doesn't have blood in truth. So if you must, when God said the cry of the people has come to, God does not mean a physical tears. God is not moved by tears. Like I said, God is not in flesh and blood. God is. What moves God is your faith in Him. So for 400 years, God said, 430 years, God said, the faith of these people has come to me. I've heard their cry. So you see, your faith is, your cry is synonymous to the faith that you apply to God. You see, your faith in God is what moves mountain. But I know in places like Europe and America, where they have all things all set together in rosy, I don't think people in America or Europe live by faith. They don't live by faith because they have all they want. They can dot their eye. They don't know what suffering is. You know what I'm trying to say? When you talk about a people, Africa, we're going through 400 years of slavery. You see, I say history is repeating itself again. That's what I'm trying to align it so that you can understand. So we have gone through pain. Our fathers have been sold into slavery. Our fathers have been taken from the plantation of, from the villages of Africa to the plantation of Europe and America. Some of them on the process of taking them to the New World. They call it the New World. Some of them were thrown into the sea and they died. They were eaten by fishes. I can remember very well, vividly, a place in Badagry. I have been there. A place in Badagry in Nigeria here is a merchant place for where the slaves are taken to the New World at that time. So many years. So I can imagine, I can see what goes on there. Even if you go to Badagry today, there's a place, a museum to remind us of how slavery was conducted in Africa, in Nigeria to be precise. So I can see the pain and the suffering of our people. The transition from one continent to the other is also. Please, if you are joining me, please give me the like. Like the life. Please like the life. Help me like the life. It will help my work to grow. Please help me. I'm trying to create a community. So as you are watching me, give me a thumb up. Can you come up? Let me know that you are there. I'm not just talking. I don't want to talk over your head. I don't want to be a lecturer. I've come to interact. Can we interact? It takes two to tangle. It takes two to communicate. Just let me know you are there. Can you pop your hand up and give me a thumb up? Let me know you are there so that I can hear you talk also, But I'm just chatting. I'm pouring my heart. You can see me pouring my heart. So I can see the suffering of my people in the interland. The slavery of many years. Our fathers died and everything. So what I'm trying to bring here is that I say history is repeating itself again. At that time, 430 years, God said their faith is not the tears in their eyes. Tears does not move God. If God is not moved. You see so you should understand how God is not a man. God is not flesh and blood. What moves God? What you can move God by is by faith. When God said, He said their cry has come to me that they have been calling God, trusting that it's only God that can save them. It's faith. Faith is the currency that you can use to do transaction with God. So God said their faith has reached me. He now dispatched Moses. He said, Moses, go and free my people. So I'm telling you, 400 years, 1817 colonization of Africa is a long way. We are in the verge of repatriation right now. So that's what I'm trying to make you understand. History is repeating itself. It's a season and a timing in the African continent whereby Africans will lift up their hands again. It's time for us to take our continent in our hands. So I'm telling you, if you hear a black man, or no, if you hear anybody say I'm a Pan-Africanist, it's not a black thing. No, it's not a skin thing. It's way deep beyond the skin. It's a mentality. You want to change. Our fathers have gone ahead of us, and they talked about all this. So Africa must unite. Africa must take their place. So I'm telling you, history repeating itself again. 400 years of slavery, 1817 colonization of Africa. Somebody told me when we were having a chat here, he said the time for Africa to take its place is now. You agree with me? The whole world is waiting. The whole world is waiting for Africa. There is a new world order right now. And the other time I heard Putin talking, declaring that they are supporting Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso right now is the arrowhead in what God is doing. That region, the Sahel region, revolution has started in that part of Africa and is blowing across. It's blowing across. God is doing a new thing. You know, God is doing a new thing in Africa right now. I'm telling you, it's going to, I mean, there's a new world order emerging. And I'm telling you, Nigeria is a focal point in what God is doing in the world. When we were growing up as little boys, they told us that Africa has a place. Africa is a focal point. That was what they taught us when we were growing up as a little boy. As I grew up now, I began to have a better understanding of what God is doing. Because if you are in the world, you should not be a part of the world system. There's a system that rules the world. You see, the Bible said, God said it. Let me just put it. It's God that said it. He said, love. He said, love of the world. That love of the world is not WORLD. No, no, no. That's not what God is talking about. He's talking about the system. 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 There's a system that governs the world that is not of God. You know what I'm trying to say? The love of the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. These are not the system of God. The people now love themselves. They want to do things for themselves. They are lovers of themselves. Just like Romans chapter 1 said. He said they became lovers of themselves, not lovers of God. So when you see people loving themselves, they want to do things to please themselves. They want to do things for self-aggrandizement. That's the word. You know, so they do things to please people. There's a new world order that says if it feels good in America, do it. That is not God. Or you see people of the same sex getting married. That is not the system of God. God is not Adam and Steve. It's Adam and Eve. From the beginning of the earth, God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. So when you see a male marrying a male, that is prostitution of the highest order. It's the greatest thing. That is gayism. Or when you see a woman marrying a woman, you see a woman that is a lawyer, you see a woman that is a politician, or you say they are intelligent, but they are stupid in their mind. How can somebody, a lawyer and they are not getting it right? They might not get it right. They are not, I mean, they of that cadre, of that intelligence, and they stoop low to that level. So you see how man can be debased. You know, that is not God. I'm trying to make us see the things that are not aligned with the will and the purpose of God. So when a man begins to think below that level of a human being, you are no longer in the will and the purpose of God. So God looks at you, I mean, as if you are a lesser human being. We should act as human, you know, not less. So when we begin to behave in the system that the world has instituted for us, then we are not human anymore. Then we are living by the system. That's what the Bible calls the system of this world, not the world, but the system that rules it. And that is the devil that masterminded that system. He said that system that works amongst men is not of God. Have you ever seen animals debasing themselves? No. Have you ever seen a male animal sleeping with a male animal? No. Even animals have sense enough. And you see people that have bred and gone to a higher level and they condescend to that level. That is the system that God is talking about. So love of the system that rules the world, I mean, is an enmity of God. When you are not conforming to the will, to the rules and the details of God, God looks at you as an enemy. So these are one of the things we have looked at, I mean, that has befallen us as a people, I mean, of Africa. So when you see people like us talk, we add our voice to it. Some will say, why are you always talking about it? No, talk is cheap. When you add your voice to something that people are saying, I mean, this thing must go, you are contributing your quota. So it's better, it's not good for us to keep quiet and not add our voice. We're adding our voice. 1 + 1 is 2. We are saying, God, there should be a change. You agree with us. I saw in the net, you know, I saw in the net recently before I came on live, a South African boy declared, a white boy, he said, no. He said, Pan-Africanism is not in the color of the skin, it's in the mind. So they also want a change. It's a time of a change of a new world order. I was talking about Putin, the president of Russia. They are fully behind Africa. I mean, finding their footing. They want a new world order. Things to change. The domination of America and Europe should change, so that Africa should be let to go. 400 years of slavery, 1817 colonization. So, all these things are things that have dent our image as a people. Remember the topic again. If you're joining me, if you're just joining me at this season, I'm just taking us back to history. History is repeating itself again in Africa. What is the history that is repeating itself? For 430 years, the Israelites were in Egypt. We all know what happened. For 430 years, they were in slavery. So there's a day, that God said, I've heard their cry. I was just giving an analogy. I was explaining it better. When God said he heard their cry, it doesn't mean they have been crying tears and God just saw their tears. No, God saw their faith, that their faith is in him and they are only relying on him, that he is the only one that can free them. The Bible said in, is it the first Chronicle, and Second Chronicle chapter 7 verse 14 or so, it says, if my people that are called by my name, will turn away from their wicked ways, humble themselves, turn away from their wicked ways, come to me, seek my face. He said, I will hear them from heaven and I will heal their land. He said, my people that are called by my name will humble themselves. Did you see that there's nothing like cry there? There's no cry included there. He said, if my people that are called by my name will humble themselves, turn away from their wicked ways, come to me. He said, I will hear them from heaven and I will heal their land. So that coming to God is by faith. We believe. So Africans are coming together right now at this season and saying, God, our confidence is in you. This is the season for Africa to rise. This is the season for Africa to take its place again. This is the season for Africa to identify as a growing power in the world. Yes, people are looking forward to it. They are waiting. Like in my country right now, they are waiting for Nigeria to rise up. Yet Nigeria is the giant of Africa. They are waiting for Nigeria to take its place. You might, if you look at it right now, look at things that are happening all over Nigeria right now. In Benue, there's a killing going on there. There's a killing of the people. They are killing my people in Benue State. They are killing the natives. If it's Benue is in case you are there, you don't know what's happening. Benue is the middle belt of Nigeria. So, and if it's not Benue, it will be Plateau. Plateau is centrally located. Plateau, Benue, those ASICs, what has been happening. If you look at it very well, Nigeria it has religious connotation to it. Religious connotation to it. People cannot be there. If you see the massive people that are dying, now they don't bury people in one grave. It's massive grave. People are dying. People are dying in their thousands. Families are losing their loved ones. For how long will this continue? This has, foreign, connections to it. They make us to kill ourselves. By the time we kill ourselves, they loot our land. That is what happens. And it makes the country more unbearable, and there's nothing the people can do. But we know our trust is in God. There's a time and there's a season. And now is the time and the season that God is setting us free, because God has seen our cry, the cry of the people of Africa, the cry of the people of Nigeria. There's so much going on. You have heard so much stories. But you are just hearing stories, but you don't know the reality. We are the ones here. We are in Africa and we know what's happening. We know what's happening. We know what is going on here with us. It takes the grace of God for us to live. Life becomes unbearable. When we're small, we are lived like this. We always ask a question, when will Africa have liberation? When will Africa have liberation? When will we be free from the tax masters? When will we be free? But we see history repeating itself. Israel was in bondage for in Egypt for 430 years. 430 years they were suffering. And God, the eyes was, you say God was not seeing. No, there was a time. There's a season and a time that God is preparing, that he will liberate his people. Yeah. So let me tell you this. In case you are joining me, please give me a thumb up. I want you to just be sure that you are there. Can you give me a thumb up? Like the life. Help me like the life. Tell me if what I'm saying is interesting. You believe in this. You are a Pan Africanist. Pan Africanist does not mean your color. It's not black color. It's your mentality. You want a change. If you believe in the change that is blown across Africa, please give me a thumb up. Just give me the like. When you are holding your phone at the right hand side, there are three buttons. Just punch it. When you punch the buttons, you will see the like, you will see the comment. Please give me the like the live, and don't just like the live. Please press the notification button. It will let me know. It will let you notify you each time I drop a video. You will you will see it. I'm planning a video very soon. It is coming. I'm planning a video. I'm writing a book, and I'm also planning a video. I'm going to be talking about the beacon. Africa, a beacon of hope. Just look out for that book. Look out for that video. I'm going to do it very soon. Africa, a beacon of hope. I began to do a study. What is a beacon? A beacon is a light. A beacon is a great light. A beacon is a fire that has not been seen before. That is what Africa is. Remember, it's in Africa that the sun sets. It's only in Africa that the sun sets. Africans, the sun sets in Africa and come down. No other place but in Africa. So that's how rich Africa is. We are rich in both natural and human resource. But how can we be kept under for this long? This is the time. They say this is the time of the African Renaissance, a time that Africa will lift up hands again to God. That is what we're. So we are the ones canvassing. Like, I have an NGO that I'm running. I'm going around the states, and right now, while I'm out here, I'm looking for a community of people that we can join our hands together. We can run things that a lot of children that are suffering all across the nook and cranny of Nigeria right now. I'm sending people and recruiting people to help us get these children, send them back to school. I have an NGO called Save the Education and Health of the Child Foundation. So I'm basically a human rights activist in the area of the education and health of the child. I'm also an advocate. I'm advocating for a better Nigeria. Yes, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm telling you I'm advocating for a better Nigeria. I'm not looking at what is happening in my country right now. I'm not looking at the suffering. I'm not looking at the frustration. I'm not looking at what the nepotism, the bad governance that is going on. I'm not looking at how people are struggling to live, the suffering, the killings, and everything that is going on. We have that hope. We are repatriating children. We're seeing what we can do to send our children back to school under a good condition. That is what we look forward to, and to give our children medical. That there's a lot of children that died. The children that died during this Benue killing is something mind blowing. I don't want to give you the statistics, but they are in thousands. Children that died during these Benue killings. It's horrible. We are going there, sending people. To see how they can rehabilitate them. You are hearing on the news. It's terrible. These are all influence of foreign powers trying to bring Nigeria down. Using our leaders as puppet masters. To bring us under. So we are saying this is the time. The time for us to be liberated is now. So we are looking at that, and if you are listening to me right now, wherever you are, please join force with me. My men are going around. We're taking statistics of what is happening in the country, and we want to bring sanity. That's why we are looking for a community of people like you. We're building a community in this YouTube channel. Please make sure you join your force with us, join hands with us, agree with us that humanity must be free from this, senseless killing. Africa must be released to go. This is the time of the African Renaissance, a time that Africa will lift up hands again and handle their country. A time that we have the resources that is feeding the whole world. Look at what the country is dying in poverty. There's hunger and starvation. We are being turned against our brothers to fight each other, and there's so much killing going on. I'm telling you, no one can stop it, because they turn our people against us. We are fighting ourselves when we're supposed to be ganging up to see how we can build our country again. But you see, there's a sun rising up. Africa, a beacon of hope. There's a sun rising up, like I told you. Beacon. A beacon is a light. A beacon is a fire that is going across. Right now, we are happy about what is going on in the Sahel region of Burkina Faso. There's a young man that God is using, that has lit the torchlight. The torchlight has been lit right now. It's going across the whole of Africa. It is said that Africans, they used to laugh at us. Africans are greedy, yes. Our leaders are greedy. But if you look at it right now, the turn of events, things are changing gradually. It cannot remain like that. When I was growing up as a young boy, I used to hear leaders that embezzle money. Like my country, you see the leaders that will buy the whole street in London from the money they stole in Africa. They will go to Dubai, they will build houses. But you see, they will go to American bank, they will stack our money in an American bank. You see, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add value. Why will you allow, the puppet masters to manipulate you against your people? There's no sense. So our leaders, the time for our leaders to be senseless has passed. This is the time that we must begin to build. So I'm happy about the young people that are rising up right now. About 3 countries in the Sahel region are rising. Mali, Burkina Faso, I think, and Niger, or is it Niger or Chad? They are coming together now, forming a synergy, and they are calling. There's a clarion call going on all African countries. To begin to stage a revolution. What is a revolution? A revolution is when the people has come to that realization that their rights and privileges is being trampled upon, and they come in oneness and they are saying no. Enough is enough. We want to take our country. I want to take our continent by ourselves. See what this boy is doing in Burkina Faso. Traore is doing a great work there. He's doing and he's building the people, building the land. We are taking the economy by ourselves. That is what is going on right now. So if you are out there listening to me, I just want to hear your contribution. You have been hearing me talk. I've been talking so much. Can I hear you just add and say something? You give me a thumb up. Give me a thumb up. Let me hear you say something. I don't just want you to hear me, but I want you to contribute. Can you say something if you're out there? What is your stake about what I've said? Do you agree with what I've said or you don't agree? You are welcome to air your opinion so that we can talk. Like I told you, I came here just to chat, to pour my heart. I have poured my heart, so it's up to you to scrutinize and to analyze and to say, God, this is what it is. This is not what it is. What do we do? So I am waiting for you to say one thing to me. I'm waiting for you to contribute. If you are joining me, please can you give me a thumb up? Tell me what part of the world you are connecting from. Can we just talk? Can we talk the talk? Can we talk the talk? I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for you to connect. This is the time to connect. Remember, the whole essence of this broadcast is for us to connect. Looking for people of like mind, people of like persuasion, people that can do things together with us. So if you are joining, please can you just say something? Tell me what is your stake about all the issues I've raised. About history repeating itself again. So when you see God begin to do anything, or you see what God is doing in the world. There's a new world order. Don't forget in a hurry that despite and in spite whatever happens on the earth, God is still the God of the earth. God is still in charge. You see, if God wants to round up the whole earth, he can do it. But he's a God of order. So God does not do things the way man does it. So I want you to say something to me. Can you talk to me? If you are out there, please, can you just say something to me? Can you just contribute? I want to hear you say something. Give me a shout out. Give me a shout out. Give me a shout out. I just want to hear a shout out. I've been talking so much, so I just want to hear. I want to hear a response from you. Say one or two things. What do you feel? What's your stake? What's your contribution? What do you see pertaining the world order that is taking place in the world right now? God is still in charge. There's a breeze blowing across Africa right now, a new thing that God is doing. So let's see how we can add our voice to. You see, you might not do anything. Let's get one thing straight. You might not be the one carrying the gun to go and fight for a change, for change to happen. Change begins with you. So the mindset you carry is the beginning of change. But every human being you were wired up to carry a mentality in your mind. And you were wired when you see something that is not done right. Your spirit is not happy. Let me bring that mindset. So some people will say we are seeing these things, we are not saying anything. No, no, no. If you are not saying anything, then you are not a human being. You should be able to express what you feel. Democracy as they gave it to us. Democracy is not. It's introduced to us in Africa. It's not our system of government. Before the white man came, we have our own system of government. Democracy is the governance of the people, by the people, for the people. Let's look at that. Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. But the way we look at it in Africa, the government, we're not seeing democracy like that. Democracy is not played the way it should be because the government is not the people by the people. The government is different from the people they are ruling. The government of the day does not have the interest of its people that is ruling. So you see, they might be saying they are practicing democracy, but what we see is theocracy. Theocracy is the government of one set of people, governing a people. So who is fooling who? They say they're practicing, they're ruling, they are adopting democracy while they are practicing theocracy. But right now, thank God for the wind of change that is blowing across Africa. We're in a season of revolution. We're in a season of revolution. This revolution we're talking about might not just be just carrying weapons to fight, but it's the resistance that you have in your mind, like I'm talking right now. So if you agree that the injustice in the world should end, then you are a Pan-Africanist. The injustice in the world, the humiliation, by a set of people against a set of people. Because when God created every human being, He created us as a free moral agent. Why did you think? Let me ask you one question. When God created man, let me use this analogy. When God created man and put him at the Garden of Eden, God gave an instruction. God did not force man. Do you know why God did not force man? He said, don't eat of this, you must not eat of this fruit. God did not talk like that. When He created Adam, He gave him instructions. Because Adam has a choice to obey God or not to obey God. He said, if you eat of this fruit, the day you eat of this fruit, you shall die. But if you don't eat of that fruit and eat of the fruit of the life, you will have eternal life. So God did not force man. You know why? We are not angels. Or we are not like angels. Angels, man is a free moral agent. You have a will. You can decide to disobey God, which Adam chose, because he was a weak man. He chose to disobey God and he did it. He chose. That was why when Eve gave the fruit to Adam and both of them ate of the fruit, they became naked. Literally being naked is that they became foolish to themselves. What gave them life could not sustain them anymore. Because the very moment Adam ate of that fruit, they saw their nakedness. They were no longer attached to God. When God came in the coolness of the evening to have fellowship with them, God asked Adam said, Adam, where are you? Adam said, I'm naked. You think God did not know what he was saying? God asked because God is intelligent. He said, who told you you are naked? Have you eaten of the fruit that I told you not to eat for? He said, the wife that you gave me. So you see, Adam accused Eve. Adam accused God of the wife Eve that he gave to him. But you see, if Adam was intelligent, he would have said, Father, I'm sorry, I have blown it. Maybe God will have find another method on how to salvage the situation. But because of the way Adam responded to God, God began to place a curse. So what am I trying to bring out here? Man is a free moral agent. You have the rights. You have the choices. To obey and not to obey, or not to obey. You are a God on the earth. God created man as a God. So God will not dabble in your rights. You have it. So all I'm trying to say right now is that we all have freedom of expression. We all should have freedom of expression. One race should not lord over the other. There should be freedom for every race on the surface of the earth. We should live. There should be equal rights. So when a people are suffering, a people is lording over the other people, it's not God. is not the will of God. God is not glorified. God created us as a free moral agent for everyone to find expression. For everyone to find expression. So if you are listening to me out there, you are there, you are here with me. I like the way you are coming in. I like the way, please give me the thumb up as you come in. Give me a thumb up. Give me like the live. Let me know that I'm live this afternoon. I want to be sure I'm live. So the topic I'm discussing today is that I'm taking us back and telling you that history is repeating itself again in Africa. Once again, I want you to know history. Civilization started in Africa. Civilization started in Africa, Egypt to be precise. God is doing a new thing again. The baton has been passed to us. Oh, thank you for joining me. Who is that? Let me see it. Blockers Family Entertainment. America is falling. Yes, thank you. America is falling. There's a new world order. Please, can you give me a thumb up? I like that word you give me right now. Blockers Family Entertainment. America is falling. Please, can you give me a thumb up? Give me the like. America is falling right now. I'm telling you, America is falling. But thank God for Trump. Trump is a lover of God. God is going to use him mightily and powerfully for the truth. Trump fears God. Trump is a lover of God. That is the salvation that God is looking at. Can you give me a thumb up, please? America is falling. What part of the world are you coming from? Blockers Family Entertainment. What part of the world are you joining me from? Please, can you give me a thumb up? Like the life. Please go like the life. Tell me, help me to like the life. Let them know that life is something worth. Thank you very much. Blockers Family Entertainment. You are from where? One part of the world are you joining me from? Can I know what part of the world? I've been waiting to have a chat. Yes, thank you very much. Blockers Family Entertainment. Oh, you're from Texas. Oh, you are from Texas. Thank you, Blockers Family Entertainment. Please be a part of my show. Thank you very much. So what? Okay, yeah, if you are there, okay, again, who again? BK Queen, also from Texas. Oh, BK Queen, also from Texas. Thank you very much, BK Queen. You are also from Texas. I'm begging you, please join my community in YouTube. Our mindset is to see how we can touch life for humanity. We can touch life for humanity. That's what we are doing. I just read on the net when I read about what this our old musicians, actors and actresses are doing. I read in the net that some of them are having one form of cancer or the other, and they are ordering that the monies that they have made should be given back to cancer, and he is just planning to donate his cancer, and he is just planning to donate his to to motherless one less privilege. Is to to motherless one less privilege and everything. So what came to my mind is that you see we live in this world. All these people that they have been in the scene, the entertainment scene for a very long time, and it's the people of the world that has made them who they are. You see, you acquiring the wealth and giving it back to humanity is the right thing to do because we came into this earth with nothing and we are leaving the earth with nothing. So whatever you have should be given back to humanity. That is the whole essence of what life is. Because whatever you are having right now as a star, you got it from the people. If the people were not shouting, if the people were not buying your films, if the people were not supporting what you are doing, it's from the people that you made money. So when you have come to a certain age, you are about to exit the earth, you give back what has made you from the society, from the humanity, you give back to humanity. So what am I trying to say? The whole essence of living is giving back to the system. So like you said, America is falling right now, and Africa is rising. It's a system. Please, if you like this talk, if you like what I'm talking about, please give me the like. Join my community. This is what we're going to be doing here. Go watch my videos. I will tell you the ills of the society. That's what I'm doing. I'm a pastor. Okay. Okay. So, so once again, you are welcome. The network has been fluctuating. So, like I was saying, I'm a pastor. I'm into missions. I do a lot of mission work. So, I enjoy you to be a part of my community. What we're doing. So, I'm trying to gather the community. Please try to subscribe to me. Go subscribe. Please, I beg you by the mercy of God. Subscribe. I'm begging you subscribe so that my subscription can grow. Right now, I'm chasing almost on subscribers. I'm here to monetize. I also do some live animal restreaming. Try and watch my restreaming so that I can get the watch hour for YouTube, so that I can monetize, so that we can begin to work. The whole essence of what I'm doing right now is to build a community of people that have the same mindset, the same mind. Like as I'm talking, you are agreeing with me. So which means we have the same mind. We can work together. BK Queen and Blockers Family Entertainment. We can work together. I want people like you. We are the people that can push this work that I'm working here. So please let's not relent. We have so much work to do here. Please go like the live, go subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give me subscription to make me 10,000. Don't just subscribe, press the notification button. As you press the notification button, if you tell you when I release a video, you will see it, and together we can be doing something that is great. This channel is going places. Okonji Christopher is the name again. My wife also has a channel in YouTube. She's is Tina Okonji. Hard Talk Zone with Tina Okonji. I mean, you go here, talk about relationship. She's to talk about relationship issues. When you come across her, I'm telling you, you will not regret every moment that you are spending. She's a relationship doctor. I mean, she's well schooled in that area. And I'm telling you, you will get value for your time and your money that you're going to be spending. So I enjoy you each time you see me come live. Please make sure you be a part of me. I'm just trying to get the people, trying to see how we can come in a synergy, how we can connect. And begin to do great and mighty. I like the number of people that are turning up today, but I expect more people to come. See, I'm happy the people are responding, they are talking, but in a very few moments from now, I want to close this moment so that we can meet. I will close in I'll just give you 5 minutes. I'll give 5 minutes as we this talk so that we can have another section again. You see, anything you overstretch it. Talks like this are not meant to be overstretched. I want you to go home. As you go, you go back to your location, you think about what I've said. Go play the video again. What is this man trying to say? What is the point that this man is driving at? You see, the genesis of a man is a vision, but its accomplishment is a people. I have a vision for my people. What is that vision? The vision is that, humanity must be free from all forms of, human enslavement. We must be free. We must be free to express ourselves. You understand what I mean? And whoever enslaves you is not your friend. Whoever enslaves you is the devil, does not want you to move to the next level of life. You see, it's not the will of God that man should remain in one level. So when you have somebody standing against you moving to the next level, is an enemy. Because God created us, to move from glory to glory. So when you are stagnant, you are not moving, there's something is holding you back. So this is what we fight against. So when you see us talk like this with fire and brim, we're going somewhere. So I want to appreciate you for making time to be part of this channel. And I'm telling you, and I know you have gotten value for every time you have spent here. I'm telling you is what the timing. And I'm telling you, I'm enjoying you. Anytime you see me come live, please make sure to make up time so that we can talk. Please just look out for me, Okonji Christopher Television on YouTube. Also look out for Hard Talk Zone with Tina Okonji. She's a relationship doctor. She will treat you on that aspect, but I talk on the human angle. I'm standing for humanity, for the right of humanity. So like I said, you see, you might not carry a weapon, but the words that you say, they are stronger than AK-4, AK-47. The words that we speak. If we don't talk, then we are cowards. God did not create us to be cowards. They say when you see something, you say something. You say it. You are liberating a lot of people because a lot of people are ignorant. Some people don't know what is going on in the earth. They are ignorant of what is going on. So when we talk like this, we empower them. So talking like this will empower some people that don't have knowledge. They say knowledge is power. And not just any kind of knowledge. Full knowledge that you have. They say this, the Bible says the truth that you know and you do is what will make you free. It's not will set you free. It's not automatic. The truth that you know and you do will just automatically free you. It's a process. Let me make some emphasis there. The truth that you know and you do is not what you know and the truth that you know and you do. You must do it. There's a doing aspect of it. Don't just know the truth, but do it. When you do it, it will make you free. And it's not automatic. It's a process of life that you go through. So telling people that this is the truth, you are liberating them. So that's what we are doing. Telling them the truth so that they can be liberated first in their mind. So you see, your slavery starts with the mind. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart. So it's when you think you cannot make it, when you think it's all over with you, when you think you are going to die, you will die. I want to reiterate that. So whatever you think in your mind that you are, that is who you are. As a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So I want you to think and think right of liberation. So once again, I'm not going to switch off you, but I gave 1 hour. We're going to meet again very soon. And as we meet, I'm telling you great and mighty things. We'll look depth into what is going on with us as humanity. I love you, and God bless you.